Alright, my own is to teach you what you are going to expect in this forthcoming Jamb 2025 UTME examination. It's now left for you to decide if you're actually going to watch this particular video from this very beginning to the very last side of this video. Okay, so I'm using this particular comprehension again because I saw another interesting question from this particular comprehension, so that's why I want to use this particular comprehension again to teach you guys how to answer this kind of topic. All right, so this kind of question in Jamb comprehension passage. Okay, so let's look at the question. The question says the central idea of the above passage is dash. The central idea of the above passage is dash. Now I'm giving you guys clue on how to answer these things because a lot of persons sees it as a very difficult task or as a very difficult question. So that's why I'm giving you guys one of the most simplest way to answer this thing. So when you see about this kind of question, which is the central idea of the above passage is that, okay, if the passage involves a problem, right, like a challenge, conflict or issue, the central idea will always focus on how the problem is addressed, okay, explained or resolved. All right, so that's where the central idea will focus. Okay, so you just have this in your forehead that whenever you are looking, what the first thing you need to look at is look at the kind of passage it is, understand that kind of passage, then you know where the central idea focuses. All right, so let's look at this particular passage now. We are going to rush it so that we don't waste much of our time. Okay, so now let's look at our options. Our option says integrative medicine into our healthcare system. That's the central idea. The curative medicine in our healthcare system, is that the central idea. Effect of pathogenic viruses, body dysfunction and nutritional deficiencies. All right, so let's figure it out from the comprehension without wasting much of our time. Okay, so let's figure it out. Now let's rush it. There's an urgent need for a paradigm shift in our healthcare system. The focus primarily on creative medicine while ignoring common sense principles which promote health is not wise. Our immune system, if functioning properly, should help us fight pathogenic viruses, bacteria, parasites, moths and fungus. Many people have some cancer cells in their bodies, and it is only with weakened immune system cancer cells grow and give rise to tumors. All right, so let's go to the next paragraph. Meanwhile, managing our health proactively, eating healthier, acquiring water, rich meals, dwelling mostly in positive mindsets, spiritually energizing ourselves, drinking water, exercising in healthy ways, our immune system will be more stronger and help us fight off pathogenic organisms. Alright, so let's go to the next paragraph, which says, I am advocating that we incorporate integrative medicine, functional medicine or holistic medicine into our healthcare system. Now let's look at what I told you before. I told you that if the passage involves a problem like a challenge, conflict or issue, right, the central idea will focus or will always focus on how the problem is addressed, how the problem is explained or how is resolved. Now the third paragraph here is saying that I am advocating that we incorporate integrative medicine, right, functional medicine or holistic medicine into our healthcare system, this is how this particular problem is solved. Okay, so now let's go to the last option and check. We don't need to read it again because we have gotten how the problem was solved. Okay, now let's look at it again. Integrative medicine does not focus merely on the signs and symptoms of disease. It focuses on the root causes of disease and tries to manage the disease by removing the root causes. Alright, so that's it. That's how it is solved. Okay, so let's quickly rush and go back to our option. That tells us that option A is the correct option. B is wrong, C is wrong, and D is wrong. Bye bye.